What's happening YouTube? It's your boy Patrick Severin. I'm starting a new segment. I'm going to answer one question every week. So I'm going to go in my inbox, I'm going to go in the list of inboxes and answer one question. Pick a question and answer it. I'm going to call it Ask Strong Lifestyle. That's what's going to be the title of these videos. I'm going to do volume 1, I'm going to do volume 2, and I'm going to answer a question a week. I'm going to stay consistent with this. Now, I'm going to answer questions that are relevant because some of you guys are sending me these crazy inboxes. I cannot tell you the kind of DMs and inboxes that I get. I always used to hear women complain about guys sending in pictures and stuff like that. And now I feel their pain. I will never, ever laugh at a girl that tells me that these guys are sending in certain pictures. Now, when girls tell me they don't check their DMs, I completely understand because I totally took off Messenger off my phone. I stopped checking DMs because of the type of crap that comes in. Some of you guys are a little bit crazy and you guys need to get your brains checked. But everyone else who is sending me relevant questions about fitness, about lifestyle, about diet, I'm going to pick one of those questions, I'm going to answer those questions, and I'm going to make it an every week thing.
But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
Alright, so this is the first question. It's going to be the first question of Ask Strong Lifestyle. I picked this question. I thought it was a relevant question. And the question is, what was your experience like when you first moved to the States? Now, I'm going to answer this question what my experience was like. Now, if your experience was different or you're from the same area I'm from and it was completely different, I completely understand. But this was my experience. Now, my experience moving to the States was definitely a culture shock. It definitely was a rude awakener for me. I definitely experienced things that I never thought I would experience. For instance, I've never experienced like full-fledged racism until I moved to the States. I never experienced that like in your face, calling you the N-word until I moved to the States. Now, in the Caribbean, there's different races that live in the Caribbean, but we all kind of share one culture. We talk the same, we eat the same foods, and we kind of have a diverse when it comes to race back in the Virgin Islands. But also too, that's not like there's not some type of divide, because my parents are from St. Lucia, so my parents' accents are different. My parents cook different foods. My parents dress different from people from the Virgin Islands. So my parents also had to go through certain, separation as far as people telling them, calling them certain derogatory names because they are not from there. And I had to experience that also. So I understand when there comes with some separation, but as far as racism, I never experienced it until I came to the States. So the first group of people that I started to try to mingle with and try to get into their group was Black Americans. Alright? So African American people, I tried to become friends with them. You try to become friends with everyone, but those were the people that I kind of gravitated to at first. When I started talking with them, they embraced me, they showed me the ropes, even slang. Some of the slangs I did not understand, but not everybody was so accepting. It was so crazy that even if they wanted to set me up with a girl or something, they would have to tell the girl that he has an accent. Now, nowadays, it's kind of exotic to have an accent, to be from someplace else, to have family from someplace else, have parents from someplace else. But I'm talking about like 18 years ago, it was not exotic. In fact, I've got told, get on the banana boat, go back to where you're from. I've got that. I've got girls, when they heard my accent, was not pleased with it. Now it's a completely different thing, but that was my experience about 18 years ago. And also, because of my accent, everyone that was from the States always thought I was Jamaican. Newsflash, there's a whole bunch of different islands in the Caribbean, not only Jamaica, and our accents are all different, all unique. You may not tell the difference, but someone from the Caribbean can tell the difference between accents. Now, when I say my accents was thick, how I'm talking to you right now is not actually how I really sound. I really sound more like, yeah, what we saying there? I hope everybody having a good time over there, and I hope everybody enjoying themselves. That is actually how I really speak. I'm here trying to talk so you can understand me, so you guys don't say that you don't know what I'm talking about. I started to make friends with people that was from the Dominican Republic. Either they were from the Dominican Republic, or their parents were from the Dominican Republic, or they claimed the Dominican Republic. So I started hanging around those people. They started to embrace me. They started to bring me around their culture, and it was cool. They were from the Caribbean. They have different races, different shades, and the only difference was they spoke Spanish. Now, I'm from the Caribbean. I'm around different shades. There's people, girls that I grew up with that look like some of the girls I was hanging around with. So me not knowing how separate it was, I would go and call a girl a light-skinned girl. Now, they took that as an offense. They took that as me calling them black. And I never understood that, and I still don't understand it, but that's the type of experience I experienced first. How even though they took me in, showed me the ropes, I'm still friends with a lot of Dominicans today. If you know me, you know that's a lot of my friends, my closest friends are Dominicans. But some of them did not accept me because I didn't speak Spanish. I'm not from the Dominican Republic. My parents are not from the Dominican Republic, so I wasn't fully accepted there. So I said, okay, maybe I need to start hanging around my own Caribbean people. Started hanging around my own Caribbean people, people from Jamaica, people from Barbados, people from Trinidad. Start hanging around them, saying that these are my people. I'm a Caribbean person, so let's do this. Now, the crazy thing about that is people that was born in the 80s and lower all have this distinct scar on their arm. And what that scar is whatever way they were delivering vaccinations in the Caribbean, it left a scar right here. And a lot of Caribbean people can tell that they're from the Caribbean by that scar. My parents have that scar. In the US Virgin Islands, people who were born there don't have that scar from vaccinations. So the guys that I was hanging around with, they all had that scar. And they all would say to me, where's your scar? So I'm like, okay, I don't have the scar. So they always used to refer to me as, you're not Caribbean, you're American. For two reasons. I didn't have the scar, and also too, I'm from a US territory, which makes me a US citizen. So I wasn't fully accepted from my own Caribbean people. So it was kind of weird to me because I just noticed how separate we were, even in our own communities. So it's not like I'm not familiar with differences and people not accepting differences because I grew up in a house where my parents were different. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I answered your question. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what your experiences was. Let me know what you think about the video, and let me know what you think about Ask Strong Lifestyle. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. All the way up.